Namaste, Vanakkam and good afternoon and a big hello. You're watching So South and I'm Nagarjun Dwarkanath bringing you another episode of all the news that is making from the southern part of India. And joining me today are Sagai Raj, Shibi Mole, Pramod Madhav, Anaga Keshav as well as Bashir, Abdul Bashir from Hyderabad. Let's get into the stories for the day and listening to what my colleagues are bringing us today.
Case of sexual assault that has allegedly happened in Krishnagiri district. Two DMK men and one who is also the personal secretary to a sitting DMK MLA has been involved directly in the sexual assault of a 20-year-old boy with special needs. Another story that we have is the political firestorm that's happening in the state of Tamil Nadu just ahead of elections. TTV Dhinakaran has once again demanded for a change in chief ministerial candidate. By calling Palaniswami as a betrayer, he says that he will only accept and side with NDA if AIADMK irons out differences with him, number one, and number two, if the chief ministerial candidate EPS is replaced.
For the day from Tamil Nadu, AIADMK Neta who claimed that he is going to Haridwar ends up meeting Home Minister Amit Shah. Also, Deputy Chief Minister Udhayanidhi Stalin's harsh criticism over AIADMK sparks row.
Hi, I'm Abdul Bashir from Telangana. We have the High Court has set aside the marks and the general ranking list of Group 1 main examination. Now this comes after a series of protests and legal battles by the aspirants, where now the court has ordered a re-evaluation and proper moderation into the examination that were held recently. The politics over this issue erupts after this particular development. We have more.
And the first story coming in from Karnataka's Mandya district, Mangaluru town. An uneasy calm prevails in the Mangaluru town as normalcy returns amidst beefed up security in the town of Mangaluru. This even as the BJP delegation visited Mangaluru, where the riots took place recently. Violence broke out during the Ganesh visarjan when stones were allegedly pelted as the procession passed near a mosque on September 8th. 21 people have been arrested and the police have taken them to remand. Officials say that the situation is now under control. Chief Minister Siddaramaiah, however, has assured that action has been taken. He says arrests have already been made and promised that strict steps will also follow as per law. But the opposition BJP is turning up the heat. State BJP President Vijayendra, along with the delegation, visited Mangaluru today. He has accused the police of failing to catch the real culprits and instead lathi charging Hindus who have protested in Mandya and Mangaluru. He slammed the Congress government, calling it soft on communal offenders.
ಕೆಲಸ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಬರೀ ರಾಜಕಾರಣ ಮಾಡೋದೇ ಕೆಲಸ, ಜನ ಭಾಗ ಮಾಡೋದೇ ಬೇಡ ಕೆಲಸ, ಬರೀ ಬೆಂಕಿ ಇಕ್ಕದೇ ಕೆಲಸ, ಅವ್ರು ಬೇರೆ ಇನ್ನೇನಿಲ್ಲ. ಅಭಿವೃದ್ಧಿ ಕೆಲಸ ನಾನು ಆವತ್ತು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೇನಲ್ಲ, ದೆಹಲಿಗೆ ಹೋಗಲಿ, ದುಡ್ಡು ತಗೊಬರಲಿ, ನರೇಗಾ ದುಡ್ಡು ಕೊಡಿಸ್ಲಿ, ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ದುಡ್ಡು ಕೊಡಿಸ್ಲಿ, ಕಾವೇರಿ ವಾಟರ್ಗೆ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಮೇಕೆದಾಟು ಪರ್ಮಿಷನ್ ಕೊಡಿಸ್ಲಿ, ಮಾದಾಯಿ ಪರ್ಮಿಷನ್ ಕೊಡಿಸ್ಲಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಆ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಲಿ.
The appeasement politics of the state government has stooped to such a level. These few miscreants pelting stones on the Ganapati Visarjan procession, and it's been repeatedly happening in Mandya district. So Bharatiya Janata Party, we demand Chief Minister, rather than blaming Bharatiya Janata Party, Chief Minister should take up the responsibility. A proper judicial probe is must in the entire episode.
We are not dividing. Congress is dividing. Everything, all facilities is given to Muslim, all protection for Muslim, all reservation for Muslims, all cases taken back for Muslim. What happened? We are not doing. Congress people is doing. For that reason, the Hindu people now is going to street and protest against this government.
काम करने वाला काम भूल गया, उनको याद करने के लिए हम यहाँ आया है। आप काम कर दिए तो पाकिस्तान जिंदाबाद ऐसा कह सकता था क्या? आप काम कर दिए तो पिछले साल में पेट्रोल बम से मारा, इस बार पत्थर से मारा, ऐसा मारने का ताकत हिम्मत तो कहाँ से आया? आपके वजह से आया, आपका पार्टी के वजह से आया।
For the Eid Milad, they were allowed to have a procession of 2 kilometers. They did a procession for more than 4 kilometers with all the DJ, everything, everywhere. It was not just Muslim locality. They did it everywhere. Hindu community, they had no objection. But why? When Ganesha procession is irrespective of religion, caste, creed, language, why this problem? Why this stone throwing? There should be accountability. The government admitted it was a pre-planned event. Then what is government doing?
Joining me now is Sagai Raj live from Madhur, covering the ground report as well and covering the BJP protest. Sagai, what is the BJP demanding, even as 21 people have been arrested?
The BJP is demanding a judicial probe in this entire incident and also alleged that it is appeasement politics of Karnataka Congress government, even in this particular issue, where they are alleging that the government is trying to shield the minority community, whereas they are targeting the Hindus. Even today, C.T. Ravi has tweeted stating that there are a couple of cases which has been registered against the Hindus as well, stating that it is stone pelting which has happened in Ganesha Visarjan by Muslims against Hindus, and by there was a case which has been registered, and they say that they will continue to protest unless they get justice for Hindus in this entire incident.
This is the second incident that's happening in Madhur, Sagai. Why is that the police are not able to maintain law and order situation during Ganesh festival, especially in Mandya district?
If you notice, last year there was a similar kind of incident in Nagamanga in Mandya, and today it is in Madhur. And the question raised by the BJP leaders are that why the police have not taken enough security measures, why they have allowed this particular incident to happen. And they are also questioning that just 2 days before this particular incident happened, there was an Eid Milad procession, and the procession was taken it was taken in front of Hindu temples. There was no one-to-one incident which was in happened. Why when the Ganesha procession happens in front of a mosque, these kind of stone painting happen? So they are demanding answers from the authorities as well as the government, saying that there is a collective failure of both the police as well as the government in this entire incident.
Thank you, Sagaraj. Request you to please stay on with me for the next story as well. The next story coming in from the coastal town of Karnataka, from Mangaluru city. On Tuesday, a 40-year-old woman lost her life after falling off a scooter while navigating a pothole. The victim, Madhavi, who worked at a private hospital, was riding her two-wheeler when she lost balance after hitting a pothole. She fell under the wheels of a moving lorry on the national highway in Mangaluru. According to the local police there, Madhavi, the victim, was riding down the Kolluru flyover when her two-wheeler struck a pothole and she was thrown off the bike, losing her balance and momentum, and then a canter lorry coming from behind ran over her. Madhavi lost her life immediately at the spot after the accident, causing the death of her as well, just because of the pothole, and Madhavi was trying to navigate or deviate from the pothole, trying to maintain her balance. Sagai Raj is joining us live from Mandya as well. Sagai, tell us more about this accident. Potholes have been a constant menace in Karnataka.
So Madhavi from Suratkal, who is 44 years old, has taken this particular Kolluru road in Mangalore, and when she was heading towards her destination, she found a pothole and she was trying to avoid that. That's when she lost the balance and fell on the road, and immediately the truck which was behind her and ran over her, and she had succumbed to injuries on spot. And if you see the visuals, that clearly shows that she was helpless and she didn't even get a minute of time to escape from that particular incident, because the truck which was behind her, when she lost the balance and slipped down, it immediately ran over her, and the police have taken cognizance of it. They have registered cases against NHIA officials, that is National Highway Authority officials, as well as the truck driver for his rash driving, and they will continue the investigation in this particular case, where the people are blaming that it is a negligence of National Highway Authority officials. Despite highlighting this particular pothole on the roads, the officials have not taken any kind of measure to fill all those potholes.
I want to start by putting a figure on the top about two issues that Bangaloreans always complain about. One is potholes, one is traffic. Let's take a look at these numbers because these are two issues which have troubled Bengaluru. We want to start with potholes. A world-class city cannot have so many potholes, sir.
I agree with you. Your numbers also are not right. According to me, we are more than 10,000 potholes.
More than 10,000 potholes?
Yes, yes. Of course. See, now looking at, you have got some whole numbers you might have got. I have come out with a concept that I have asked citizen, whoever sees a pothole, let them make a small video and send it to the corporation. I think last month we cleared about 5,000.
How many?
5,000 plus.
You cleared 5,000 potholes?
Still 5,000 are there. Still 5,000 are there. I should not tell this because someday already I have come out in the media also, this number. Still we have more than 5,000 plus potholes. Now that is why I have looked at management is very risky. Bangalore is not a planned city. Even I have seen in Delhi also. The major roads, main roads may be okay. Main roads may be okay. But right. Internal roads still has problem even in Delhi or any part of the country. Bangalore is not a planned city as the New Delhi is there. Even if you go to the outer Delhi, the older Delhi, the worse than this. Any part of this one. But I don't want to compare with other cities. We have to do our job right. We have to do, I am planning it out. It is not one-day solution. I am to see that the entire Bangalore will be covered with a white topping of these concrete roads. Almost 60% we have tried to cover all the major roads as on today. It is costing about 13 to 14 crores a kilometer. 30 years minimum we'll have it will be stronger 30 years.
In fact, you heard the Deputy Chief Minister DK Shivakumar talk about the potholes not just in Bengaluru but across Karnataka. Potholes have always been a menace here during the monsoon in the state of Karnataka, and now we have heard news coming in from coastal city from Mangaluru that a woman has lost her life trying to navigate her way through the pothole. And up next is the story from Karnataka and Bengaluru. Actor Darshan, who has been imprisoned in Parapana Agrahara, had appeared before the court. Darshan's poison me plea during Renuka Swami murder hearing. In the dramatic turn of events during the monthly hearing of Renuka Swami murder case, actor and accused Darshan broke down while describing the harsh prison conditions and realities. Darshan reportedly told the judge and the court that he had not seen sunlight for many days. His hands had developed fungus and the clothes smelled. He further went on to tell the judge that he can't live like this anymore and he should be given poison, and his hands have been growing fungus as well. The judge, however, denied his request, saying that such things cannot be given just based on Darshan's plea, and that would not be possible. Remember, Darshan was arrested over the murder of Renuka Swami, who had allegedly sent lewd messages to the actor's friend Pavitra Gowda, one of the 16 others. Also, he was accused in the murder case as well. And joining me now is Sagai Raj for more on this. Sagai, when Darshan appeared before the court, what exactly did he plead in front of the judge and the magistrate?
See, Darshan appeared on a video conference in front of the judge, and after the argument over this particular case where the lawyers have requested that they should enhance the facilities for Darshan inside the prison, where including a pillow and bedsheet should be given to him. And after the hearing, at last Darshan had pleaded the judge, stating that you please give a poison to him, and he has asked only to him. And thereafter he tried to explain that what all the things that he has going through in the prison, where he said that he haven't seen sun for more than 1 month and he feels that there are fungus in his hand and he is unable to walk out of the prison, and there are no basic facility for the human. Instead of staying behind bars, he can instead die by consuming poison. That's when he has asked for poison. The judge said that all these things will not happen, and he has ensured that he gets a basic amenities according to the jail rule book, and he has instructed the jail authorities to give him the basic facilities. And also the petition which is filed filed stating that to shift to Bellary, not to shift to Bellary, was being in his favor, said that he will continue to be in Mangaluru prison and he will be getting all those facilities which has been mentioned in the jail rule book.
Next is have a breaking and then breaking news coming in at this moment. Karnataka MLA from the Congress party from Karwar city, Satish Sail, has been arrested from the Enforcement Directorate. He was taken into custody last evening and the trouble has mounted for the Congress Karnataka MLA Satish Sail. ED has arrested Satish Sail on a money laundering case, is what we are told. Money laundering case linked to illegal mining. Congress has condemned this arrest of Satish Sail. DK Shivakumar went on to say that the Enforcement Directorate has been only picking on the Congress MLAs and ensuring that they are troubled from the Enforcement Directorate. Satish Sail is a Congress MLA from Karnataka's Karwar. ED has been conducted searches in the month of August in Karwar, Goa, Mumbai and Delhi. The Congress, however, is saying that this case goes back to 15 years ago in 2010, but now he's been taken into custody and now he was taken to a medical routine checkup before being produced before the court as well, and now he's been given to 1 day of custody is what the update that we are getting from Karnataka, from Enforcement Directorate.
ನೋಡಿ, ಸತೀಶ್ ಸೈಲ್ನ ಅರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡೋಂಥ ಸಂದರ್ಭ ಏನಿಲ್ಲ, ಅದು 2010ರಿಂದನೇ ನಡೀತಾ ಇದೆ. ಎಲ್ಲ ರಾಜಕೀಯದ ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ ಅವ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ಆಯ್ದು ತೊಂದರೆ ಕೊಡುವಂಥ ಕೆಲಸ ನಡೀತಾ ಇದೆ.
BJP leaders have gone to Mangaluru. Joining me live is Sagai Raj from Karnataka. Sagai, what is this whole case about illegal mining? Last week it was Virendra Pappi and now another Congress MLA Satish Sail under the custody of the Enforcement Directorate.
A few weeks after Congress MLA Virendra Pappi was arrested, another MLA who has allegedly involved in money laundering case has been arrested. On 13th and 14th of August, there was a raid by Enforcement Directorate against Satish Sail, and that's when they have seized around 14 crore rupees, including cash and jewelry, and out of it is around 1.68 crore rupees cash and 6.75 kgs of gold. And they were trying to verify the documents with the money that he had procured with him, and however there was no matching with that, and that's when they have arrested him. And yesterday he was produced in front of magistrate. Magistrate has allowed Enforcement Directorate custody till 1:30 today, and he will be produced, say around 15 minutes right now, in front of the judge, where the Enforcement Directorate officials will again seek his custody to interrogate further.
Thank you, Sagai Raj, for bringing us all the updates on this case as well. And up next is Karnataka Deputy Chief Minister DK Shivakumar says he had never had links with the RSS, describes himself as a proud Hindu who respects all religion. In a candid conversation, he also said that he claims Rahul Gandhi will be the next Prime Minister of the country in 2029. Here are the excerpts of the India Today South Conclave. Rajdeep Sardesai spoke to Deputy Chief Minister DK Shivakumar.
Very clearly, November 20th, 2.5 years will be completed of the Karnataka government under Mr. Siddaramaiah. The buzz in Delhi and Mangaluru is that there was some kind of an arrangement, 2.5 years Mr. Siddaramaiah as Chief Minister, 2.5 years Mr. DK Shivakumar. Am I therefore talking to the next Chief Minister of Karnataka?
It is me and my leadership, me and my party, and me and Mr. Siddaramaiah. So my party high command is whole and soul for us. We go by their directions.
Is there a hope, an expectation? You have often been open about the fact that why should I not be considered as a Chief Minister? So is that a hope that you could succeed Mr. Siddaramaiah one day?
See, anyone in this world has to live on hope. Without hope, there is no life.
Okay, the video was of you at the Karnataka Assembly reciting a RSS song. Immediately, it was picked upon by your rivals.
See, I'm a born congressman. I will die as a congressman. That is number one.
Let me settle this. You're saying never a question of having anything to do with the RSS.
See,
you will not become an Eknath Shinde-like figure.
No, but there is no question. My loyalty to the Gandhi family is different. It is the Gandhi family has kept this party and the country united.
Then why did you have to apologize for this?
No, see, some of them say, I don't want someone to be little bit, create nuisance and all. My ego is not important. Ego is not important. So, okay, let all of them be happy. They feel their doubt, they create controversy, and the biggest enemy is the media again. They will try to, see, I just try to point it out. I was pulling the BJP leg. What do you know BJP? I know better BJP than you, I said. Because I have studied.
Therefore, are you blaming the media for creating this constant Siddharamaiah versus Shivakumar battle?
Of course, otherwise they will not have any other news, no. They have to play and sing, they have to create themselves.
No, but the MLAs themselves openly come and say, we want Shivakumar as CM. Someone says, no, we want Siddharamaiah as CM.
That is all there. Some of them will have likings, what to do. Some liked, some doesn't dislike.
Is that the big problem in the Congress? Too many factions?
No faction. There is only one faction, that is the Indian National Congress faction.
Dharamstala, when what happened in Dharamstala, there was this entire controversy created of 17 burial sites. The temple was being attacked. There were charges being made. Now it turns out that this could be a big hoax. A conspiracy is what the opposition is saying to discredit the temple.
It is an internal squabbling between the BJP and the RSS.
Dharamstala is an internal squabble between BJP and RSS.
Yes, I am on record. I am on record, 100% I am record. If you want, I will give the documentation. None of them, till I said in the assembly floor of the house that there is a big conspiracy, no one opened their mouth. Now everyone is trying to take the claim of it. They are trying. Again, a group goes there to do politics and they goes to someone XYZ house.
What about 2029 Lok Sabha? Because last time in Karnataka in 2024, BJP got more seats than the Congress in Karnataka. You were reduced to single digits. Are we very clear that people want Narendra Modi as Prime Minister, BJP at power in the center, Congress may be in the state?
See, sun will rise and sun will set. There is a time for everyone. The era of everyone. I think Narendra Modi, I don't want to talk much on national politics on this issue, but I am very confident Rahul Gandhi will be the next Prime Minister of this country in 2029.
That's all the news from Karnataka, and up next is from Chennai. Handing it over to my colleague Pramod Madhav.
Thank you, Nagarjuna. We have quite a lot of stories from the state of Tamil Nadu for the day, and we are going to start with the breaking news. And apparently, the Deputy Chief Minister of the state, Udhayanidhi Stalin, has also started his own election campaign for 2026, that too from Kanchipuram, the district from the house of Annadurai, the founder of DMK. What he does is quite interesting because the first day of his campaign, Udhayanidhi Stalin throws harsh, cold jibes at AIADMK over the ambulance issue. You all know that almost a month ago, there was an issue where the leader of the opposition party and the General Secretary of AIADMK claimed, Edappadi K. Palaniswami claimed that empty ambulance are being made forcefully to send. They are sending it through his campaign trail just to disrupt it, and that turned out to be an issue as two occupants of one such ambulance was attacked and had to be hospitalized. Now, Udhayanidhi Stalin claims that any neta, be it a leader of opposition party, be it a leader, or it is a basic human quality to allow an ambulance to pass through a road, and if it is a campaign, it has to be halted until the ambulance goes through it. And he also claims that Chief Minister M.K. Stalin even stops speaking during such an event. But he does not stop over there. Udhayanidhi goes ahead and says that he addresses EPS, claiming that his party apparently is in a condition, a need of ambulance, and might have to go to the ICU because of a wordplay he uses, BJP's operation. And finally, he claims that even at that point, it would be his chief minister and leader, M.K. Stalin, the doctor, who would come and save the party. Here's what Udhayanidhi had to say.
எடப்பாடி பழனிசாமி அவர் மாதிரி நான் தான் சொன்ன எதிர்கட்சி தலைவர் அவர்களே, நீங்க இப்படி பண்றீங்க. உங்களுடைய கட்சி இன்னைக்கு ஆம்புலன்ஸ்ல போற நிலைமையில இருக்கு. விரைவில் ஆம்புலன்ஸ்ல போய் பாஜகவோட அறுவை சிகிச்சைனால நீங்க விரைவில் ஐசியூல, நீங்கன்னா நான் உங்களை சொல்லல, அதிமுகன்ற டேக்கர் சொல்ற ஐசியூல நீங்க அனுமதிக்கப்படுவீங்க. கடைசியில உங்களை காப்பாற்றுற மருத்துவராகவும் எங்களுடைய தலைவர் தான் வருவார் பாருங்க அப்படின்னு தான் சொன்னேன்.
A very disturbing story from the state of Tamil Nadu we have received, and that is about a person who has been sexually assaulted in a furious case of unnatural sex, and it's completely unacceptable because it's being told that one of the persons, the two persons are the accused here, of which one apparently is a PA for a DMK Neta, and the victim very clearly has mentioned that he was also given rupees 10,000 to not speak about this. But AIADMK took the case in their hand and they protested, and now two people have been arrested. In fact, the concerned minister claimed that it is completely unacceptable, and he did not know that such a person had a very bad heart, dirty heart like this, and no matter who has done such a crime, they will have to face the punishment. Here's what the victim had to say.
இது பெரிய இஷ்யூ ஆகிடும், லீகல் இஷ்யூ ஆகிடும். அதனால நம்ம பேசி முடிச்சுக்கலாம்னு சொல்லி 4 மணிக்கு ஜேகே தாக்கா சொன்னாங்க. வர சொல்லிட்டு நீ தான் காலியா, இதெல்லாம் பெரிய இஷ்யூ ஆகிடும், அதனால நான் சொல்கிறேன் எழுதி கொடுத்துரு, எழுதி கொடுத்தா உனக்கும் பிரச்சனை இல்லை எனக்கும் பிரச்சனை இல்லை அப்படின்னு சொல்லி எழுதி வாங்கினாங்க. எழுதி வாங்கிட்டு அப்போ நான் போய் பார்த்தது அஸ்லாம்னு சொல்லிட்டு அங்கே உட்காந்துருந்தாரு. அவரை பார்த்ததுனால எழுதி வாங்கிட்டாங்க. சாட்சியாக அவங்க கூட 2 பேர் இருந்தாங்க. ஒருத்தர் பேர் கிரி, இன்னொருத்தர் பேர் சுகுமார். அவங்க 2 பேரையும் சாட்சி கையெழுத்து போட சொல்லிட்டு கிரியை சுகுமாரை என் கூட அனுப்பிச்சிட்டாங்க. போலீஸ் ஸ்டேஷன் போயிட்டு எஃப்ஐஆர் கொடுத்துட்டு வந்துருங்க ரிட்டர்ன் காப்பி அப்படின்னு சொல்லி. சரி, அவரும் கொடுத்துட்டு வந்துட்டாங்க. எஃப்ஐஆர் கொடுத்துட்டு திருக்கும் ஜேகே தாபாக்கு கூப்பிட்டு போயிட்டாங்க. கூப்பிட்டு போயிட்டு நான் வீட்டுக்கு கிளம்பலாம் வெளியே வரும்போது அஸ்லாம்ன்றவங்க காசு எடுத்து ஜோக்கில் சொதுங்கினேன் 10,000 ரூபா. நான் வேணான்னு சொன்னேன். அப்பயே கட்டையை வச்சு சொருகி வீட்டுக்கு அனுப்பிச்சி விட்டாங்க. அதனால ஒரு வெளியும் சொல்ல முடியல, என்னன்னே பண்ண முடியல. சட்ட லீகலாக போனாலும் அவங்க இப்படி பண்ணிட்டாங்க, வெளியே போனால் இதாயிடும், உயிருக்கு ஆபத்துன்னு சொல்லி இது பண்ணிட்டாங்க. ஸோ ஒரு 7-8 நாளும் மன உளைச்சல் இருந்து 7ஆம் தேதி சாயங்காலம் சைட் பஸ் மாதிரி போயிட்டேன் சூசைட் பண்ணிக்கலான்ட்டு. அப்போ யாருன்னே தெரியல அவரு ஏன்டா அங்கே.
It is rather unfortunate that such incidents in Tamil Nadu have been happening unabated, and there seems to be no stop to such incidents happening. Firstly, we have come to know that the crimes against women, especially girl children, has risen by about 55% from 2023 to 2024. So ever since the DMK came to power, exploitation sexually has been increasing manifold times, and no one is being spared. From 6-year-old girls to 8-year-old women have been going through this very badly. And in most cases, if you see, the involvement of DMK seems to be there as in the hand of the DMK. Allegiance to the party seems to be very high amongst these perpetrators. Even in the case, in the Krishnagiri case, which is a physically challenged person getting sexually assaulted, the complaint has been filed after a large cry from the people and a showdown in the media. Only after that, and case is being filed. But what is very important is these animals should be charge-sheeted immediately, not just put behind bars for 14 days and come out on bail. That doesn't work like that.
But this is what the ecosystem that DMK had nurtured since they had come to power. Not only the free flowing of drugs, young kids are under the influence of narcotics. This government has done nothing. And everybody feels that they have the right to take law into their own hands. That culture is being fed. That culture is being nurtured by DMK. Now, as you sow, so you reap. That's what DMK is reaping right now. But anything that goes out of hands, they use all means and ways to silence the truth. That has become the culture of DMK, starting from Ajit Kumar, who was brutally murdered by the cops recently, and n number of incidences, 25 custodial murders. DMK had set a new standards by pushing Tamil Nadu into darkness. That's what the results of all this is what is coming out now.
And we have Anaga Keshav live on this particular story. Anaga, what exactly happened? Because we have a victim over here who's also disabled, and we are getting reports. This also coming to limelight after AIADMK raising voice against it, claiming such an incident has occurred. And the victims also said that he was trying to be given money over this thing to silence him and such. What exactly happened, and where is the police when it comes to investigation in this case?
Well, in fact, Pramod, this is a very disturbing incident that's coming from the district of Krishnagiri that just goes on to prove that nobody can go scot-free from the clutches of those predators who want to sexually assault someone. Be it a man or a woman, it just knows no gender. And we are talking about a 20-year-old man with special needs, a very, very vulnerable section of the society who was so brutally preyed on by two men, two very powerful and influential men, and one of whom has directly worked with the MLA of Bargur constituency from DMK. In fact, I just had a word with the MLA, Mr. Madhiyaragan. He sounded deeply disturbed. He says that the accused, Adiyaman, has been with him for the last 15 years. And when he came to know of the kind of dirty mind that his personal secretary had, he was immediately ousted from his position. In fact, Madhiyaragan also went on to assure that he will not be let go scot-free just because he has worked with me and MLA for the last 15 years. Law is the same for all. No one is above law. And at the moment, both the accused, Mr. A. Adiyaman, who is the personal secretary, and number 2, Asalam Ali, who runs a fancy store, also has DMK links. So both these accused have been taken under police custody. They will be there with the police until the 22nd of September. Police have sufficiently assured us that they have seized the CCTV visuals to really find out what really went wrong. But really what makes the story even more disturbing is what the victim is saying. The victim is saying that he was offered 10,000 rupees, mentally threatened, given life threats by functionaries of the DMK, also offered rupees 10,000 to withdraw the case, post which he was under deep mental agony, after which he even contemplated ending his life, he says. After that, he has come out in the public trying to open up what really went down with him. The police says that an FIR has been registered, an investigation is underway, and this particular PA that we're talking about, he's not going to be let go scot-free just because he comes from an influential Neta's office, is what the police says, and that's what the MLA Madhiyaragan also assured.
Thank you, Naga. Please do stay with us. We have more news from the state of Tamil Nadu. Considering we are going for the election, there are a lot of changes that is happening inside major parties, and one is AIADMK. Senior Neta from AIADMK, Sengottaiyan, has once again affirmed that he is very strong about what he has decided earlier, and that is about unifying the party. Very interestingly, Sengottaiyan, who is from Erode, earlier said that he is going to Delhi. We had speculations that he is going to meet BJP Netas. However, Sengottaiyan said that he is not feeling well. He wanted to go to Haridwar and visit a Ram temple over there. But as we predicted, our sources were right. Now Sengottaiyan has confirmed that he had gone ahead, met with the Home Minister, Amit Shah, the Finance Minister, Nirmala Sitharaman, discussed about unifying the party to make the party strong, and he also said that he met with the Railways Minister Ashwini Vaishnav. The important factor here is that Sengottaiyan leaves Erode claiming that he wants to go to Haridwar, but he goes directly and meets with Home Minister to take care of the issues within AIADMK, an entirely different party. Here's what Sengottaiyan had to say. And we have Anaga with us. Anaga, this is Sengottaiyan, a senior leader from AIADMK. First he says he wants to go to Haridwar, and now he claims he met with the Home Minister. That too to talk about AIADMK. What is exactly happening inside that particular party now?
Well, in fact, this is a major embarrassment for EPS Pramod. EPS wants to go on to show that he is the number one in the AIADMK, that he is the king, he is the kingmaker when it comes to AIADMK. He is someone who's not really going to entertain a challenger, and that explains as to why he ousted Sengottaiyan from all party positions, which also explains as to why O. Paneerselvam went on to get sidelined by EPS, because he believes that AIADMK is a one-man show and that's just him. So when Sengottaiyan went on to make a very big public statement saying that all those expelled leaders should be brought back to AIADMK in order to strengthen the party, that's clearly bruised EPS's ego, post which Sengottaiyan was ousted from all his party positions. He was the organizational secretary, he was the district in charge for Erode West. He was ousted from both these positions, an insult for Sengottaiyan. And immediately after that, he took a flight to meet Mr. Amit Shah, and again a humiliation for EPS, because that just goes on to show how divided AIADMK is at the moment, and this is exactly what the DMK is trying to cash on. In fact, Udhayanidhi also very recently in his internal party meeting made a statement that EPS should first mend his own party, should first fix the loopholes within his party before making comments about the DMK. If you really do take a closer look at the AIADMK, you have so many second generational leaders after J. Jalilita's passing. You have EPS, OPS, TTV Dhinakaran, Selur Raja, Jayakumar, all these tall leaders, including Sengottaiyan, who have been coming out and making open statements, which really goes on to show how divided AIADMK is. It really looks like AIADMK has a lot of loose ends to fix before really facing the elections. Or this divided house could really pose in a major challenge for the AIADMK if they're really serious about winning the next elections. If you do take a look at this data, Pramod, ever since Jayalalitha's passing, AIADMK has not been able to win a single election. You take what happened in 2019, 2021, 2024. AIADMK has been losing every single election that they went to. And this is exactly what the DMK is really trying to cash on.
Well, Anaga, I can clearly remember that in 2017, after the demise of Jayalalitha, two names came forward for the Chief Minister post. One was Sengottaiyan, the other one was Edappadi K. Palaniswami. He became the Chief Minister then. He could have wielded the power. He had the party under his control. But looks like right now, just like you absolutely mentioned, he has to tie up a lot of loose ends. And it looks like the Home Minister apparently is in a hard spot, because he was the one who formed the alliance with BJP once again, making EPS sit next to him. But now it looks like he needs to make much more difficult situations. Anyway, we have another breaking news from the state of Tamil Nadu. Well, sticking to AIADMK NDA debacle, right now it is TTV Dhinakaran, one of the senior leaders from AIADMK earlier who got expelled or evicted or left the party, once again calls Edappadi K. Palaniswami as a betrayer. In fact, the day he decided to leave NDA, he very clearly mentioned that he thought certain betrayers would apparently change their mind. He claimed that betrayers was the reason that he started his own Amma Makkal Munnetra Kazhagam party, but betrayers are not reforming, are not changing at all, and that's the reason he had gone ahead and decided to do so. But it looks like TTV Dhinakaran has other options very clearly. But before that, it seems Sengottaiyan is the one person who wants to change, who wants to unify. He claims he wants to strengthen the party. How? We need to wait and watch. But right now, TTV Dhinakaran has once again hit back at Edappadi K. Palaniswami, calling him the betrayer, and apparently it looks like even TTV Dhinakaran is okay to field Sengottaiyan as a CM candidate for AIADMK. Here's what TTV had to say.
அதிமுக சார்பாக முதல்வர் வேட்பாளரை நாங்கள் எல்லாம் ஏற்றுக்கொள்கின்ற வேட்பாளரை அறிவிக்கின்ற பட்சத்தில் எங்களுக்கு ஒன்றும் பிரச்சனை இல்லை.
ஒன்றும் இல்லை சார், எடப்பாடி அவங்க மாற்றிட்டாங்கன்னா முடிஞ்சு, அவ்வளோதானே. உங்களுடைய மீண்டும் கூட்டணி நினைஞ்சிருவீங்களா?
நான் அன்றைக்கி கிளியராக சொன்னேன். ஒரே ஒரு நான் எத்தனை முறை சொல்கிறேன், நம்ம தாய்மொழியில் தான் சொல்கிறேன். நான் சொல்லியிருக்கேன், முதலமைச்சர் வேட்பாளரை எங்களுக்கு துரோகம் இழைத்த ஒருவரை ஏற்றுக்கொள்வதில் எப்படி முடியும்? நீங்கள் ஏற்றுக்குவீங்களா? யாராவது ஏற்றுக்குவாங்களா? எங்கள் தொண்டர்கள் ஏற்றுக்குவாங்களா? அதனால் வேட்பாளரை மாற்றிவிட்டால் வேறு யாரை வேண்டுமானாலும் வேட்பாளராக அறிவித்தால் அதை ஏற்றுக்கொள்வோம். உறுதியாக நாங்கள் கூட்டணிக்கு மீண்டும் வருவோம்.
Now, DMK consider themselves as a champion for fighting for federalism and also autonomy of the state, and they have opposed SIR, delimitation and various programs that has brought in by the union government. But their main issue is that they've been constantly claiming that the union BJP government has been neglecting the state of Tamil Nadu in more than one ways, and in an exclusive conversation between the state finance minister Thangam Thennarasu and India Today's Raj Chengappa, Thangam Thennarasu very clearly mentioned that there's something called as fiscal discrimination. The state is fighting. Even against all these hurdles, the state is progressing. This is what the finance minister had to say.
Tamil Nadu has been in the forefront of this whole battle or debate of fair allocation of federal funds. And as I said, there is a paradox. This state works very hard, but does great in economic growth, and yet your share of taxes in central funds have fallen, from central funds have fallen. So how would you see this entire debate that is there? Are you, what are the corrective measures you feel that it should be done? Firstly, the balance of funds. Let's talk of that. What is your sense in terms of the unfairness of that? Is it unfair, as you all have argued? And what needs to be done?
See, right from the beginning, if you see, there is always a flaw in the system, I would say. As you know very well, when India got independence, the entire nation was very weak, and the focus was on the central stage. And at that time, the center had a lot of responsibilities to build the nation. But eventually, you know very well that the states will have to take care of the needs like education, health, and everything. So the states were told to go in for their own revenue generations, creating their own resources. So what had actually happened, the responsibilities which were actually shouldered by the centers over a period of time, it was transferred to the shoulders of the states. And states were burdened with a lot of other responsibilities also. So that created a basic imbalance in the entire scenario right from the day one. What happened, for example, if you take the states now, they are now responsible for 2/3 of the projects, for the 2/3 of the expenditure part of it. Whereas the revenue for the individual states, it stands at only at the 1/3 of it. So your revenue is 1/3 of it, and your expenditures are 2/3 of it. And this 2/3 of expenditure is to be incurred by the states with the revenue sources of only 1/3. So there is an imbalance. So this continues for years and years, and this is yet to be corrected.
Right.
And even after the advent of GST, we all thought that some correction would be done as assured. The revenues of the states would be protected, or rather compensated. Even that had stopped at one particular point of time. Even before we were now getting out of the shock of COVID and the aftermath of the COVID and everything. So it is yet to be compensated. So this is, if you take the entire scenario, overall scenario, there have been a consistent issue with the structure of the system. That structures, the flaw in the system, that needs to be corrected first. Only then there will be an equal and fair play of revenue allocations, the resource allocations between the state and center.
And to know what is happening, what is the news in our Telangana, let's go to Abdul Bashir. Abdul Bashir, please take over.
Well, in a major development, the Telangana High Court has given a setback to the TGPSC evaluation, the marks that were announced, the marks list and the general marks list that was announced in March of this month after the examination was conducted the previous year in October 21st to 27th, and March 10th was the day when the results were announced of Group 1, and March 30th where the general list marks list was announced by the TGPSC, where irregularities were cited by aspirants. After several legal protests and legal complications, the aspirants are now having a sigh of relief after the Telangana High Court has clearly stated a re-evaluation with a proper modernization of this particular list that has been conducted. To understand this issue, we have the aspirants and the petitioner with us. First, let us talk to the petitioner. Your name, please.
Anush Vemula.
So what exactly is this issue? What was your prayer?
My prayer was to cancel this mains examination process because there were so many procedural lapses, and also the evaluation was not done properly. Okay, first of all, 2 roll numbers were given, different roll numbers for prelims and mains, which given to the chance for selective segregation of people. Okay, accordingly, the result also, the final selection result also was like that only. The few people who has written in one single center got more selections. So this was has happened, and again the judgment says court observed that the TGPSC violated its own rules, its own notification. Notification 15.2 has been violated. Provisional marks list has to be given, it has to be published, but it did not publish, and after recounting it has given general ranking list. So because of that there is scope for discrepancy.
Well, after the marks list and the general ranking list was announced by the government, by the TGPSC, now this setback has come. How do you see this? You are an aspirant, you have written the mains, the prelims and the mains both, and how do you see this judgment?
See, firstly, my name is Sindhu, so I'm a Group 1 aspirant. Basically, this Group 1 notification, which was issued in 2022, that was issued after a long gap of 10 years. So we waited for over 10 years for this notification. So once the notification was released, exams were conducted, but due to many reasons, many factors, exams got cancelled multiple times. Even after that, in the last year, 2024 October, finally we got to write this mains. So once we written the mains, with all the discrepancies with many irregularities we observed, and we even raised our voice against it, but nobody has listened to us. So once we got the GRL, we found to see that there are many people, more than 250 people who got same marks, with hall ticket numbers one after the other. Let's say here we have a hall ticket number 470 and then hall ticket number 471 who got the same marks. Like this, many people has got the same marks. So almost 250 people got the same marks. So in what way this will be correct? Because this is a competitive exam, and also this is subjective. This is not objective. If it is objective, we can consider it, but this is not, right? This is subjective. How can 2 people get the same marks? And also another irregularity that we observed is center selection. Majority of most of the women aspirants were put in 2 centers, 16 and 17, that is Code 16 and 17, that is Koti Women's College. Why this discrimination? Why didn't they follow the randomization method? They can pick students randomly beyond the gender discrimination, right? They has to pick randomly. That didn't happen. The court judgment also said that this is against the TGPSC commission rule. So that is another irregularity. Like this, we found many irregularities. So court has announced that re-evaluation or go with remains. So court has given options for the commission. So I don't know what government will choose, but our wish, as an aspirant, we wish to go for the remains so that commission has an opportunity to rectify all the mistakes and conduct it in a proper way.
Okay. Well, what do you have to say? You also have been fighting for this. What do you have to say in 30 seconds?
Yes. Re-evaluation is not possible given the barcodes are not present. So we think re-exam is the right way forward.
Okay. Yeah. So that is what you have to say. How do you see the judgment
now? We welcome the judgment of the Honorable High Court, and we should say that justice should not only be done, but it should be seen to be done. The way the mains exam has been conducted in a hurried manner, we think a re-exam is the only way forward.
Well, the questions rising over the announcement of marks list and also the general ranking list that was announced by the TGPSC, where the High Court has now asked a re-evaluation and also to a proper moderation in the announcement or evaluation of these examinations that were conducted. Now, politics has erupted with this development that has come from the High Court. Let's listen in to what KTR and Congress MP Chamala Kiran has to say in this particular issue.
The Honorable High Court of Telangana has passed orders in the Group 1 examinations. The general ranking list and the selected candidates list would be set aside, and a re-evaluation of all answer scripts based on all moderation techniques acceptable and adopted has to be done, or a re-examination of all candidates, setting aside the mains examination, of all candidates who have passed the preliminary examination is to be done, and the entire exercise has to be completed within a period of 8 months.
ప్రభుత్వానికి ఇంకొక డిమాండ్ కూడా నేను చేస్తా ఉన్నా, మర్చిపోయాను. పిల్లల మీద కేసులు పెట్టారు ఈ పోరాటం చేస్తుంటే. ఆ కేసులు కూడా బేషరతుగా ఉపసంహరించుకోవాలి. ఇక్కడ ఆస్మా అనే అమ్మాయి ఉంది. ఆ అమ్మాయి అక్కడ ఒక పీసీఓ దగ్గరికి పోయి ఫోన్ చేసుకుంటుంటే ఇంటికి ఆ అమ్మాయి మీద కూడా మీరు ఇక్కడ ఏదో ముఖ్యమంత్రి గారు మంత్రి గారు వస్తున్నారు, వారిని అడ్డుకోవడానికి మీరు ఇక్కడ వచ్చినారని చెప్పి ఆ అమ్మాయి మీద కేసు పెట్టినారు. ఇట్లా ఎంతోమంది పిల్లల మీద అశోక్ నగర్లో ఆందోళన చేస్తుంటే తమకు న్యాయం కావాలని జీవో నెంబర్ 29 విషయంలో, జీవో నెంబర్ 46 విషయంలో, అట్లాగే గ్రూప్స్ విషయంలో, ఏదైతే జాబ్ క్యాలెండర్ విషయంలో ఆందోళన చేసిన పిల్లల మీద మరి మీరే చెప్తున్నారు ప్రజాపాలన అని. ప్రజాపాలనలో నిరసనకు చోటు ఉండాలి, ప్రజాపాలనలో ప్రజల వాయిస్కి చోటు ఉండాలి. కాబట్టి ఈ కేసులన్నీ పిల్లల మీద పెట్టిన కేసులన్నీ బేషరతుగా విత్డ్రా చేసుకోండి. కావాలంటే కేసులు మా మీద పెట్టుకోండి, మాకు అభ్యంతరం లేదు. కానీ పిల్లల మీద పెట్టిన కేసులు ఉపసంహరించాలని చెప్పి కూడా మా పార్టీ తరఫున డిమాండ్ చేస్తూ.
In Telangana, they have ruled for 10 years. They haven't done any of Group 1, Group 2, Group 3, Group 4 exams in a proper time. They have given promise that there will be 2 lakh jobs every year in 2014, which they haven't done anything. But yesterday they were very happy once the High Court has given order for the revaluation of Group 1 exams, either the revaluation or re-examination. What is there to celebrate, or what is there to blame the government of Telangana?
Well, we have heard the counsel to the petitioners and the political reactions that have come in on this issue. Well, our next story is from the state of Kerala. Shibi Mool will take us through. Over to you, Shibi.
A case has been registered against RSS workers for celebrating the death anniversary of an STPI worker in Karnataka in Kannur district. Now, a video of them celebrating by cutting a cake has gone viral on social media. The writing in that cake says that we are proud of the Swayam Sevaks of Karnataka in Kannur district. The video has been shared with a caption that reads, we have encountered many losses, thousands of losses, but this was one day the Swayam Sevaks of Karnataka felt very happy from heart. It also says that this is an unforgettable day as we ensured the death of this STPI worker in the Karnataka area in Kannur district named Salahuddin. Now the Karnataka police in Kannur have registered a case under section 192 of BNS saying that as per the FIR, it states that this is a politically peaceful atmosphere, and by celebrating this, by cutting a cake, they intend to create political violence there. Now, Kannur, remember, is the political hotspot in Kerala. There are many disturbing incidents that have happened in the past with many political violence and political clashes taking place in the Kannur district. There were many meetings organized between various political parties to ensure a peaceful atmosphere in the Kannur district, and the police says it's at that moment a celebration like this has now gone viral, which sure is going to create more political issues in the coming days. The case has been registered against RSS workers is what we are understanding under section 192. That's all we have from the Kerala segment. Back to Nagarjun, my colleague.